Who was the real Mary Magdalene? Was she a repentant sinner, a secret wife of Jesus, or something else entirely? The myths have swirled for centuries, but today we're recutting through the noise to uncover the biblical facts about one of the most misunderstood figures in history. Let's separate fact from fiction. First, let's get her identity straight. The popular image of Mary Magdalene as a prostitute comes from a sermon by Pope Gregory the Great in the 6th century, where he blended her with other unnamed women in the Gospels. But the Bible itself never says this. What it does say is that Jesus cast 7 demons out of her. This suggests she suffered from a severe physical or mental ailment, and Jesus healed her completely. From that moment on, she became one of his most dedicated followers, and she wasn't just a passive follower. The Gospel of Luke tells us that Mary Magdalene, along with other women like Joanna and Susanna, traveled with Jesus and the 12 apostles. What's more, they supported Jesus' ministry out of their own resources. Think about that for a moment. In a society where women often had limited financial independence, these women were patrons of the most influential movement of their time. Mary wasn't just on the sidelines. She was a key supporter, helping to fund and sustain the entire operation. This shows incredible devotion and a position of some means and influence. Her commitment didn't waver when things got dangerous. While many of the male disciples fled in fear during Jesus' crucifixion, Mary Magdalene was right there. The Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and John all place her at the foot of the cross. She stayed with him in his darkest hour, a testament to her profound loyalty and courage. She witnessed his suffering and death, and she also saw where he was buried, staying by his tomb until the very end. She wasn't afraid to be associated with a man condemned as a criminal by the Roman state. Her faithfulness was unshakable. And this brings us to a most significant role in the entire story. After the Sabbath, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body. But she found the stone rolled away and the tomb empty. In her distress, she encountered the risen Jesus himself. John's Gospel gives us a beautiful, moving account of this moment. At first, she mistakes him for the gardener, but when he says her name, Mary, she immediately recognizes him. This makes Mary Magdalene the very first person to witness the resurrected Christ. Think about the significance of this. The central event of Christianity, the resurrection, was first revealed not to Peter, not to John, but to Mary Magdalene. Jesus entrusted her with the most important news in human history. He told her, "Go to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." This leads to her unique and powerful title, the Apostle to the Apostles. An apostle is one who is sent. Jesus sent Mary Magdalene to announce his resurrection to the other disciples. She was the first evangelist, the first person to proclaim the good news. She ran to the disciples and declared, "I have seen the Lord." In a culture where a woman's testimony was often considered unreliable, Jesus chose a woman to be his primary witness. This elevates her status immensely and shows Jesus' radical inclusivity. So, the next time you hear the name Mary Magdalene, remember the real person described in the Bible, a devoted follower, a courageous supporter who stood by Jesus at the cross, the first witness to his resurrection, and the apostle to the apostles. Her story is one of healing, loyalty, and incredible honor. It's a powerful reminder that faith and courage can come from anyone, anywhere. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey into history and faith as fascinating as I did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical facts. See you in the next video.